The seat has an interesting history actually after Jefferson. It turns into a relic because the family, the Randolphs, associate the seat with the vehicle that Jefferson drove to Philadelphia in 1775 for the Continental Congress. And as such, it gets preserved because it's associated with the beginnings of the American Revolution and Jefferson's participation in that. In 1950, architect Milton Grigg reconstructed the chassis and the wheels of Jefferson's Phaeton. He said it was an onerous project. And some of that, I think, is the timing. It's 1950, and so the automobile had completely supplanted horse or animal-drawn vehicles at this point. And so the technology of making these kinds of things was gone, and there hadn't really been a revival in these kinds of historic trades yet. So in thinking about putting a Phaeton back on display, we wanted to use Milton Grigg's reproduction, but we didn't feel like we could put the object out on view. The space is unconditioned. It's too fragile and it's too valuable of an object. So we decided to use Jefferson's drawings, use the seat itself, do paint sample analysis, study the sources, and then commission a reproduction of the seat. We had to do some pretty extensive cleaning and restoration of Milton Grigg's chassis and wheels, and we've been working with Mennonite buggy makers in the Shenandoah Valley to help us with that part of the project. And so between the restoration of the chassis and wheels and the reproduction of the seat, we'll have a full-scale reproduction of Jefferson's vehicle available. There's so few American carriages that survive. I'm told that there are really only maybe 5 or 6 American Phaetons, any part of which still surviving today. They're just an incredibly rare object.